What's up, you guys? It's Erin. If you're new here, welcome. I'm a nurse and I love to do all things beauty related in my free time, really. I like to do reviews, tips, tricks, tutorials, favorites videos, all that kind of stuff. If that's something you're interested in, it would really mean a lot to me if you would like this video and subscribe to my channel. I'm teeny tiny and just starting out, so anybody who follows me means a lot to me. But today we have a really fun video that I've been looking forward to filming. It is a Danessa Myricks review and try on video. That's why I only have part of my makeup done right now. So I'm not going to tell you yet what I'll have here in front of me. So let's just get into it so I can show you. So if you are not familiar with Danessa Myricks, her brand has been getting a lot of traction lately because they recently came to Sephora, but she started off with a really small brand. She's a self-taught makeup artist and she creates really unique, unconventional products that are meant to be multi-purpose. They are great for makeup artists and everyday consumers, in my opinion. They're all very inclusive with amazing shade ranges. She is a Black woman herself, so I just think it's really cool to see a brand that 2 years ago I hadn't heard of as someone who's really into the beauty industry. I got married about 2 years ago, and while getting my makeup done, my makeup artist Jillian was swatching a Danessa Myricks product, and I was like, wow, I've never heard of that brand and never even heard a whiff of it. And so for it to be all over my Instagram, people all over are trying her products, and she's now in Sephora is a really cool thing to see. It took me a while to try the products because I am someone who I don't often order off of brand sites. I'm not sure why. I just tend to go for Ulta and Sephora. I think it's just because I want points, not that I don't want to try the products. But since she's came to Sephora, I picked up a few products and I just want to talk you through them and give you tips I've learned and my thoughts on them. So the main portion of my collection are her color fixes. As you can see here, I have 6 of them, and they are liquid pigments with different finishes that are meant to be waterproof, long-lasting, and they can go on really any area of your face. For me, I primarily use them on my eyes, but for today, we're going to try them out on the lips and cheeks as well. I have 2 of the matte formula. I have creme brulee and chocolate, which is like creme brulee is a really pretty mauve-y pink, and then chocolate is a really nice deep brown that I thought could be versatile for liner. And then I have 2 of the metallic formula. I have ballerina and I also have iconic. Ballerina is a really pretty everyday nude pink with like a silvery shift, and iconic is more of like a taupey green shade, which is a little more unique. And then I have 2 of the foils, which are pretty much pure glitter. I have Nebula here as a very gold, and then Milky Way as a silver. Let me just show you what the finish is. These aren't gonna come off my hands once I swatch them, but I just want to show you a difference in finish. All right, I did some absolutely terrible swatches, but I'm hoping that you can get the gist because I changed my setup of filming a little bit, so I'm getting more natural light. So I'm hoping this shows you more of a true version of the finishes. So up top we have both matte shades, and then the middle we have the 2 metallics, which you can see are more of a smooth metallic, but they're very reflective. And then you can see on the bottom we have the 2 foils, which are more of a glitter with less of a base pigment. So I'm going to try to use as many of these colors as possible so you can see what they look like. The color I really want to use is Iconic because it's just a really cool shade, and I have not used this one yet on my eyes because it is the newest to my collection. All right, I think we're going to do one at a time so I can show you each color. So with the mattes, what I've found is that these blend very easily, but they do dry quickly. So I like to use kind of a flat, fluffy brush like this, or like my Rare Beauty eyeshadow brush here. I have like sparkles all over my hand. But what I like to do is just put a little on my hand. So I'm taking the shade Creme Brulee and I'm putting that on my lid. And I'm just spreading it where I want. first. So you really don't need a lot of these, or you can go a little bit crazy. I'm going to take my clean brush and just kind of fluff out the edges. You do need to work quickly because they will dry and it's kind of hard to move once they dry. But as you can see, ton of color payoff. And once these dry, especially the matte formula, they do not budge. So that is the shade Creme Brulee. Now I want to show you the shade Ballerina over the top. I'm taking some on that same brush and just brushing it over the top. I love the shade Ballerina by itself or layered with other shades. One thing I did notice with the metallic formula, especially when I apply the shade Ballerina by itself, is that I kind of had to keep my eyes closed for a few minutes because after it sets down, it's pretty crease proof. I have really creasy eyelids, and I had to just keep my eye closed while it set. If I kind of blinked around while it was setting, then it would get a little creasy. But other than that, once it's set in place, it is pretty locked in. And then I want to show you the shade Milky Way. This is the foil formula. This is probably my least favorite formula of the three because it's glitter. It's a beautiful glitter with base pigment, but you just have to know how to use these. If you have just matte eyeshadow and you're trying to cover your whole lid, it can look a little bit patchy. I definitely find the best way to apply these is with your fingertip. Otherwise, with a brush, they get a little patchy and they don't build great on each other. If you just take a little bit, I'm taking a little bit of Milky Way, which is the silver shade, and tap it over a shadow that's already there, it will definitely give you that glitter and increase the reflectiveness. I just don't think it's the most impactful glitter I've ever used. I like my Artist Couture. What are those called? Diamond Lights. See, now I feel like this has to dry. The Diamond Lights finisher is better. Just something that has a little bit more base pigment. I really do like these, but the foils are probably my least favorite formula. I definitely, if I buy more, I'll definitely buy more metallics and mattes. I haven't tried the glaze formula, but there you have it. This is one eye done. I have Creme Brulee at the base, Ballerina over top, and then Milky Way. Now I'm going to put the shade Iconic all over this eyelid. Wow. This is the other metallic I have. And that is beautiful. Wow. That almost looks like a foil. See what I mean? The metallic is just a little bit easier to blend and more consistent and less patchy. That is definitely more foiled than Ballerina is. That is like a beautiful one and done shadow. But I do want to use a little bit of the gold shade so I can show you what it would look like on top. This is the shade Nebula. Just tapped on with my finger. I don't really think the gold goes with this, but I want to show you how you can layer these up. And then I also want to show you how you can use these as a liner. I'm going to take the shade Chocolate now and just put it on a little bit of a pencil, really work it into a pencil brush, and just put it on the pink side because I think the brown goes more on this side. Oops. In my very outer corner. And it's a really nice liner that you can build up to be really pigmented, or you can blend it out while it's still wet. I'm just going to do the very outer corner. I've been really into that lately. Because these are so versatile, I also want to take the shade Creme Brulee on my cheeks as a blush. I'm going to use my foundation brush just because I know these are really pigmented, and I'm also, sorry, my phone's going off. I'm also going to mix it with a little bit of my Good Molecules priming moisturizer because I think that's going to make it a little bit more blendable. And I think it will make the blend time a little bit longer. Look how much pigment just from, I literally took the tiniest amount. That packs a punch and it's very beautiful. So I think that Good Molecules moisturizer with the Color Fix made it super blendable and dewy and gorgeous. I have another dewy product I want to talk about. It is the Dew Wet Balm in the shade Hot Water. It's a gorgeous highlighting balm, if you can see that there. So she has 3 shades of these. She has a clear shade, a champagne shade, and then this hot water shade, which looks intimidating, but really there's no base pigment. It's a little bit more golden than the champagne-y shade, and everyone I follow recommends these. So what I like to do with this, it's very emollient when you press your finger in it. It does have small glitter particles in it, but I don't find that you see those once you apply it to your cheeks. And I just like to tap it in with my finger because I think the warmth of your finger really just helps the product melt in to the skin. Sometimes I think brushes and sponges just pick up the product underneath. And this just adds a really natural glossy finish to the cheeks. As you can see, it's not golden or, you know, too dark for me or anything like that. This is definitely a your skin but better glow. If you don't like that really highlighted look to the skin, this is perfect for you. It does stay tacky, so you can lightly set it with powder if that bothers you. If you want the most impact, I wouldn't. But I have set this with light powder and it's no big deal. So yeah, this Dew Wet Balm, I'm really glad I have. I don't know though if I like it as much as the next product I'm going to talk about, which I've been unexpectedly obsessed with. This was a little bit of an impulse buy on the website called Shop Riot Beauty or something like that. They were having a sale and this product was part of it, and it is the Danessa Myricks Lightwork palette. If you can see there, it is a gorgeous highlighting palette with different highlights for every look, for every skin tone. There's pinky shades, champagne shades, golden shades, and these just are stunning. I haven't really been obsessed with powder highlights for a very, very long time, but since I got these, I really haven't been able to put this palette away. They swatch very almost chunky pigmented, but once you blend it on your skin, it's absolutely gorgeous. I'm gonna do the shades Piece of Cake and Smooth Sailing, which are the 2 pinky shades mixed together on the pink side. They just look so wet on the cheeks, and it doesn't pick up like a powder highlight. It's just gorgeous. It melts into the skin. It's not chunky. It doesn't emphasize texture. I'm applying a lot just to show you, and you can see that it applies well on top of that Dew Wet Balm without picking up product at all. It just gives a gorgeous glow. And then I am going to combine the shades Common Sense and Like Duh, the lightest shade, and Champagne shade for the other side of my cheek to show you. It's a little more golden. Absolutely stunning. This is an unexpected favorite for me. It's pricey, but it's heavy duty. The packaging is gorgeous. It has a magnetic closure, a really nice mirror. It's sturdy, and it's definitely worth your money. If you like highlight, or if you're a makeup artist, this, you know, it has every shade you could ever need in there, and they're absolutely stunning. I've been keeping this out and using it with almost every makeup look since I bought it. I definitely love this. Now I'm going to use a little bit of the creme brulee shade again on my lips. I'm going to put a little on my hand and use a lip brush. I already moisturized prior to this because this is a drier formula. I'm just going to paint this on. I would recommend that your lips are hydrated because it's going to set down and you want your lips to be hydrated underneath the drier formula. This is absolutely gorgeous for lips. And yeah, you can see how versatile the color fixes are. I literally have them on my eyes, cheeks, and lips, and there are tons, I don't even know how many, tons and tons of colors, brights, neutrals, darks, everything you could want. I'm just going to finish my makeup up, and then I'm going to tell you my final thoughts on everything. And this is the final look. I look a little weird with two eyes, but I actually don't hate it. It's kind of fun. But overall, I really love every single product I have gotten from this brand. I really think they're worth your money. I didn't really mention prices of anything, but everything is on the lower end of high-end, makeup prices. The color fixes are, I think, under $20 each. Yes, the Color Fix pigments are $18 each. These are going to last you forever. My favorites are definitely the metallic and the mattes, although the foils are beautiful and do add an extra shine. Those are definitely my favorite formulas. Just, know that you have to work one eye at a time, and they are versatile for all over your face, which is amazing. Definitely keep getting uses out of the color fixes that I purchased. I'm really obsessed with this iconic shade that I just purchased. I did buy these 2 at a time, so I think if you're curious about the formula, just buy 1 or 2, test it out, see what you think before you buy a whole bunch of them. I always recommend that. And then the Wet Balm I really love. It doesn't give a super impactful highlight, but it's more of that glowy, dewy, the wet look is absolutely what you're going to get with this. And I'm definitely going to use this more for no makeup days. And if you are fair or lighter skinned like me, do not be afraid of the hot water shade. It's gorgeous, and the glitter and the pan does not, show up on your cheeks. So I really love that as well. And then I can't speak enough good things about the Danessa Myricks Lightwork palette. It's gorgeous. These highlights are some of my favorite I've ever tried. It's definitely a little intense on my face today. That's, just to show you guys. And I will definitely keep using this. I do want to mention that there are so many Danessa Myricks products I want to try. I really want to try her foundation, her powder, her balm contours. She has Twin Flames duochrome pigments. I really want to try it all, but I want to be conscious of how large of a makeup collection I have. It doesn't make sense for me to buy that all. I don't need it all, so I'm going to slowly try everything. But I think, what I have gives you a good idea of her most popular products. I think you're going to get your money's worth with really any product that you get from her, but they're just a little bit different formulas, so you have to know how to work with them. And yeah, everything is really gorgeous, and I would highly recommend you try out Danessa Myricks if you haven't already. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Let me know in the comments down below if you've tried any Danessa Myricks products. What are your favorites? What do I need to try? And also let me know if you like brand reviews like this. I'd love to know for future reference. We will see you in my next one. Bye.